Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Orphan Last, aka Skylar Madison, and today I am going to come out with a little sketchbook sessions video. So, at the beginning of the week, it kind of influenced everything. I wasn't really feeling it. I really wasn't. And so, if you're not feeling it at the beginning of the week, and you start working on a video, and you kind of got to start working on the video at the beginning of the week. If it's off, if it's not coming out the way you want, then it influences what you're doing for that video for the whole rest of the week. And so I decided, maybe I might draw a few concept images. Maybe this might be how Korath might look for those of you that have read. I guess the work in progress that I have for the script. Feel free to chime in. I guess I'll also show the image at the end of the video. Then I kind of wanted to draw a little bit of a self-portrait of how I feel using my mascot. Kind of a thinker sort of thing. Just kind of, I don't know. Yeah, it's not really very easy to really articulate what I've been going through recently. But, there's no reason for me to pass it on to you guys. It's just, yeah, I wasn't feeling it, so I wound up doing this. And, ever since I got Clip Studio Paint and have access to these 3D models, I really didn't think that I was going to use these very often. But they're so stinking convenient, they really are. And I don't know, if if you got a 3D model that you can just kind of work out the sketch, why the heck wouldn't ya? That's just what I'm thinking. And if anything just doesn't look perfect or the way that you want, you just kind of embellish upon it. Embellish upon, this virtual reality that is the 3D model. The same way how you would kind of do the same thing with reality if you were drawing from it. That's kind of how I feel towards the 3D models and such. And, I decided, I'll do another pass with this. That way I don't know, sometimes a drawing based off of a 3D model can kind of get a little bit stiff. And so I wanted to take another little bit of a pass at it so that the sketch could be a little bit more refined. And I wanted to add a little bit of lighting to it. I don't know, I might actually make this the thumbnail of the video just simply because... it kind of perfectly encapsulates the sort of emotional state that I was in throughout the whole week, and why the video is the way it is. So, then I decided, okay, if I'm going to do a sketchbook session, I might as well do some research. And sometimes Clip Studio Paint just simply will not open a particular file the way that I might want, or at all. Even if it's an image file of some sort. Not all image files are compatible with Clip Studio Paint, so it is essential to have Affinity Photo or Affinity Designer or something like that in order for you to dump the file into there and export it as a PNG or a JPEG or something. Initially, I was kind of experimenting not just with trying to absorb the variously different concepts oriented around drawing a skull, but I also wanted to kind of experiment with brushes, and so I started to kind of tinker around with brushes. I don't know, that's some of the reason why some images turn out one way versus another, just based off of the brush that you use. And if you're really used to a particular brush and then you start using a completely different one for line work, it might take you a little bit of time to start thinking, what does this brush excel at that this other brush doesn't? And so, that's some of the reason why I just don't think that brushes, talking about brushes, isn't very important, because normally I just go with the thing that's the default and learn the strengths and weaknesses of that, and then just, I don't have to worry about figuring out other brushes. It just seems like more work, but occasionally I sometimes branch out and try it. But by the time that it was all said and done, I wound up using the G pen quite a bit. And, I don't know why at least digitally, my sketches tend to be more cross-hatching than sketching, than shading and stuff like that. A lot more cross-hatching than anything. And the reason is just simply because it's more convenient when I'm working on the computer to do cross-hatching whereas on a sketchbook I do shading, which is kind of weird. I might use the smudge brush a bit more. It's just, I'm not really a smudge guy. I'm more of a stencil selection gradient sort of thing. But since this is a sketchbook, dealing with tons of little selections and stuff to make everything perfect, it doesn't seem like it would be a sketch at that point. And so, I'm opting to go the faster route. I decided to study eyeballs and stuff like that, and I think in general I did pretty good. Now, if the rendering isn't perfect, you'll notice that there are significant differences from what I'm drawing versus my reference. But the main goal, at least for me throughout the week, was just absorb the concepts necessary in order to render a good eye. As if you understand a concept, that's going to be much better, more useful for the most variety of images in the future than just memorizing where the lines go and such like that. Anyhow, so here's the final versions of the images. I think they came out looking okay. I'm happy with them. It's just, I wish I had the motivation to draw something more significant for the week. But, just getting a little bit of practice in for the week. This isn't the worst thing in the world. And I hope you guys enjoyed this really brief video in comparison to all my other videos. Anyways, guys, that pretty much concludes it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you guys would like to get more notifications, feel free to join my Discord server. A link to my Discord server is in the video description below. And if you'd like to support this channel, feel free to click on the image of a t-shirt in the upper right corner of the screen. It leads to my Teespring. Any support with the purchase of a t-shirt would be much appreciated. And if you've enjoyed this content and would like to see more, feel free to click on anything else that's appearing on the screen right now. Thank you very much for your time.